trying to give me your meal. You want you some balance, you got you a deal. Mr. Bushwick, bitch, tell me how you feel. No, I'm not from Dallas, but yes, I'm a cowboy. We down.
It's Madden NFL 24, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bulls and the Shamrocks, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us across the Atlantic and along the River Liffey in the wonderful city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Bulls of Mexico City and the Dublin Shamrocks. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason, it's all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from the Emerald Isle. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
At the 38-yard line.
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So you look at the NFL in Europe. We've, of course, had games in London, in Germany, Mexico, but now Ireland gets into the act. A new franchise based right here outside Dublin, and these folks could not be more excited to have a relocated team on the Emerald Isle. Second and 10. Here's Thomas. Pass incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Thomas will look to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And they'll send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. On the return, Harris. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huff, he finds McCoy. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. It'll be Cruz here on the carry, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? and they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They start the drive with Cook.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
3rd and 3.
Now Thomas. He's looking deep for Bell. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Harris returning.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. And all the way in for a touchdown. A big play there. 66 yards.
And the Bulls will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Dublin's offense now set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
On 1st down, Thomas. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
To throw is Thomas. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Cruz. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
99 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. On the ground, it's Cruz. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
12 more yards there and another first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cruz. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Off the bootleg. Huff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Huff. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man Cruz. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd quarter, Mexico City in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Thomas. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Our first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Back to throw. Thomas. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Shamrocks are back within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. On 2nd down, it's Cruz. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they came up with blitz in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Dublin's offense now set to take over. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Thomas from the gun on 3rd down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. That is caught by Fountain. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Thomas now, operating from the gun. And this is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw on 2nd down. Huff. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Bulls will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. The Golden Eagles looking to get their season off on the right foot. They've got the lead on the road. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Blues looking to get off to a hot start, and a road win would help them do just that. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you, and that one all tied.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
135 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cruz, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Huff. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, Cruz. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off play action. Huff. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Cruz. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. And 12 yards that time and picking up the 1st. Off the bootleg. Huff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off the play fake. Huff. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Huff. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Thomas. And complete right side to Cook. Brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Thomas. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this returnable for Harris. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience,
there he goes right side. Still going. Touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Bulls are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Dublin's offense now set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They run again on first down. Cook. And his defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Thomas. And his pass incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Following the fumble recovery, Huff, he finds his man, complete. It's McCoy. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
On 1st and 10, Huff.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bulls are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. 5 plays there on that drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's a gain of 35. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Over the middle, complete. That's Bell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Handoff comes to Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Cook on the toss left. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Thomas.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cruz, and he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side. It's Cruz. There he goes, left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
197 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Huff. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. Cruz. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Huff. Touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bulls are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time a 9-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Airing it deep for Fowler. That is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Thomas setting up the screen for Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He'll get this to Bell. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Here's Thomas. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Shamrocks 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cruz, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, it's Cruz, and I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Mexico City, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dublin, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.